Good morning. Happy Monday. I just spit on myself. That's stupid and silly of me. Not stupid. I don't know why I said that. Good morning. This is the She's the Owner podcast. I'm your host, Karen McCarran. Welcome to the show. And I'm also live on Instagram. So if you happen to catch it there, hashtag live. I'm not going to pay attention too much. Let me just fix my sound over there. Okay. So happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I'm in a bit of pain today from my good weekend. If you live in Ontario, well, in Toronto area, you may have heard of a party called Redemption. And Lord, do I need redemption today. It was intense, but it was a really good time. But no, it's Monday, so it's time to get back to it and get back at it. So, as you know, I'm recording a podcast. So again, if you're live on Instagram, just give me a hashtag live or send me a wave if you want, just so I know you're there. Normally, I would have been doing this on Facebook, but I have a live training and I don't want to do too many videos over there today for whatever reason. I'm just called not to. So today's podcast is called Victimhood. And this is a sensitive subject, obviously, especially if you are in a current state of victimhood. Let me just move that back a bit. Don't mind if you know also my story, I'm moving, so things are a little bit chaotic right now in my place. Anyway, I digress. Victimhood is really one of the most important parts of personal development we don't talk about, I would say. I don't feel like we talk about it enough. And I think that it's really critical because if you can't see your way out of, what the heck, Instagram? If you can't see your way out of feeling in this victimhood, then you're fucked basically. Like there's no real nice way to say it. And what I mean by that is like, as long as you're busy believing shit is happening to you and not for you in all areas, you're going to have a really difficult time sort of like popping out of that and into this life that you say that you want. So I'm going to go over a couple of things. This is going to be a short bite-sized one because I do want to get to training around 11 in our group. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's a mastermind group that I have. And it is a beautiful, beautiful representation of women who are really just in it to win for each other and for themselves. And we talk about, business, we talk about careers, we talk about sex, we talk about everything to do with masculine and feminine energy. There's a course included in the mastermind, which I used to charge $3,000 for, and I no longer do. I've just included it in the mastermind. And then the extra bonus is a ticket to next year's Love Soldiers Unite event, which is on its own. It's an $800 ticket for our event. So if you join the mastermind, it's $197 a month. All of that's included. There's a page on the website. Look at my hair. Where you can get more information. So I'll probably link tree in bio if you really want to go look now. But it's a loving ass kicking environment. So if you're if you're ready, you have to be ready because there's no nicey in there. Anyway, victimhood. So when you're thinking about, so I'm going to give you a couple of quick little nuggets here. Ask yourself, so first of all, if you don't know if you're in victimhood, here are a couple of points that I like to look at, and I just wrote them down. So if you hear solutions but you decide those solutions won't work, so anytime anybody gives you some type of, hey, this might work, or hey, here, you'll announce the problem to the person, and then the person will be like, yeah, but I don't think that's going to work. Okay, well, here's another solution. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Okay. What about this? No, I don't think that's going to work either. And so anytime somebody does that, when I'm giving solutions, for example, or I'm watching somebody else give solutions, like at a Tony event, for example, 100% that person's in victimhood. If you feel bad for yourself a lot, like I have bad days where I feel bad about things in a day, but I don't live there. So if you find yourself where it's like constantly feeling shitty or constantly feeling bad about your life and constantly really just like typical victimhood, right? Like, and not victimhood is different than you've been a victim of something. Just get that really clear. But victimhood, it's like if you're constantly feeling bad about your life, about the stuff that's going on, then that's where you live and it's not useful to you. If you're easily triggered, like that's a huge one. If everything fucking bugs you and everything offends you and everything triggers you and causes you to get defensive, you're in victimhood. And then finally, very not this is not an exhaustive list. I just grabbed 4 things kind of off the top of my head. If you're negative, like if you're unable to see the beauty in every situation, and if you're striving to see the beauty in every situation, you're not going to, but at least you're conscious enough to say, I'm looking to see it in this beautiful way. I'm not looking to see it in this shitty way. So if you're always negative, like any solution that comes up or if somebody wins, like something good happens for a friend or something good happens for a competitor or something good happens for a colleague, and you're like, oh fuck, that's super negative. Like a negative mindset is deeply rooted to the victimhood. So here are a couple things. Here's some questions. If you have a paper and a pen, like honestly, this is gonna, and I might go deeper into this when I have a bit more time, but I was called to bring it up, so here I am. If you ask yourself what you're getting from staying in that energy of being a victim, that's a huge one. What have you achieved so far? So question number 1 is ask yourself what you're getting from staying in that state. Question number 2 is what have you achieved from being in that state, right? So like thinking about, well, when I'm feeling like, so for example, if you are somebody who wants to feel negative and victim minded, etc., you're getting something from that, whether it's attention from your spouse, attention from parents, attention from peers. Oh, it's okay, honey, you're fine, it's good, all that kind of stuff. So if you're finding yourself, like, ask yourself, what am I getting? And if you remember, we've talked about the 6 human needs. Tony Robbins talks about this. It's not his content. It's a mixture of a few other people, but the 6 basic human needs are certainty, the need for certainty, the need for uncertainty, the need for feeling significant, love, growth and connection and contribution. Those are the needs. Okay. So if you're looking at those needs, and you can Google it, just 6 basic human needs, Tony Robbins. I'm sure I have a podcast or a blog on it somewhere. Ask yourself, what are you getting from the behavior? What are you getting from staying in victimhood? Okay. And then question number 3 is, what would your life look like if you made the decision to step into empowerment versus victim? Right? So like, think about, what would my life look like if I stopped playing this card? If I stopped acting kind of like a baby about things and just stopped really feeling sorry for myself? What would my life look like? And I've had to have those very real conversations with myself where I'm like, holy shit, you're just sitting and fucking stewing in it. What are you getting here? And I know what I get. I get a sense of significance when I'm in that zone, because in particular with my ex-husband, right? He comes to the rescue when things are really, really bad. And so I get a sense of significance, right? Oh, he must care, etc. So ask yourself those 3 questions and really just start to get curious. Like, am I participating in this victimhood mindset and this victim mindset all the time? So if you're hearing solutions, but you decide they won't work for you, if you feel bad for yourself all the time, if you're easily triggered, and if you're very negative, that's victim. And then ask yourself what you're getting from it. Ask yourself what you've achieved so far with that mindset. And then ask yourself, what would your life look like if you didn't stay there, if you chose to move yourself out of victimhood? Okay, guys, that's it for me. I hope you got something from that. I know it's really short, and we'll talk to you next time. I love you. Bye.